What we want to show here is the opportunity that exists pre-market, say starting at around a few minutes before 7 a.m. Yeah, it's early, but allows people the opportunity to trade that might have a job and have to trade only a short while. So we're going to look at 30 minutes of today. And honestly, I traded today live after the news came out and successfully, but virtually no one could keep up with it, even the computer. And I have a very fast computer. Had a difficult time, processing all the data. It moved 20 bars a lot of times with the same timestamp. That's not trading. That's insane, and very few people can do it. So let's see here. I'm going to see if I can move this. So what we want to do is, and this is replay. I'm not trying to, I trade it. A lot of people don't like to get up, and I understand it. And okay, but when there's opportunity in certain time frames, today, even at 11 or right before 11, it was virtually not tradable. I mean, I traded it, but following would be not easy. And it's a news day. Yesterday was the same. So we're going to start this, and we're going to look for a trade. And what I'm going to look for is, come on. We're basically on support. So I'm going to look for a trio up. And our trio lets us get in quickly, but it does allow for some shakeout of chop. It doesn't give us the reliability of, say, the spiral, because the spiral has extra confluence. Okay, this is one contract of the full NQ. And we'll wait, see if we get a pullback, because we're at the swing pivot. So we're going to anticipate a trio. And honestly, we might get what we call a retrend up, but it's pulling back pretty hard. So we're going to wait for the trio here. So, and I'm referencing the higher time frame eyesight, and it's in an uptrend. So, and we're in an uptrend on the shorter time frame, but we're getting a nice pullback. If I don't think the majority of the people in the room can keep up with the market, I really am reticent to have them trying to trade it. Some people can, but boy, it was, I mean, just insanely fast. Yesterday was the same. Matter of fact, every day this week's been a challenge, and we've been successful. Okay, we got another trio right here. followed by a rider, which is bar change color. All right, we're going to select sticks because this is moving strong and on the higher time frame is strong. The sticks is just essentially a wick that's created, but then the bar completes and creates a new bar at the top and triggers a signal for entry. Now this is one contract, and what is interesting about this is that the guys and gals that do funded accounts, so you can win $100, and that's a good goal actually, and have 5 prop accounts, and you don't get $100 because they're copied. You get $600. That's $3,000 a week. In this case, that's minus commissions. But okay, now we're at 150. We're going to just see if we can select his sticks again. And we're just going to see what we can pull out of, let's say, 30 minutes. And it's not the same every day. We're not trying to fool people or be deceptive. But essentially, honestly, even at 6 a.m., you got the London session going on. There's some good trades available. I will probably not do another retrend sticks. It'll trade both, which is retrend is when it creates an opposite direction bar and then goes back into the direction of the trend. I don't know. This is pushing up hard on the higher time frame. So, but we don't normally, unless we've got a really strong trend like we do right this second, we like to take basically the first sticks. In this case, you would have taken the second one more than likely. The third is questionable. We're going to get, when you get a movement this strong or even stronger, you're going to look for a retrace, which we're going to look for a retrace shortly. If we're lucky enough to get this, I'm going to move the stop up a little, just in case. We have a 7 Renko bar, Renko bar. Okay, it hit it, move the stop to break even +3. We can get stopped out here. Okay. Now, and I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm going to anticipate a spiral. And again, I traded this, so I do remember what happened, but I actually took these trades because this is an anticipation. I set up for it, but if it doesn't occur, no problem. I just clear it. You hit clear or just hit the selection again, and it'll disappear if you saw that. And you can have 5 things selected and just hit clear and it'll clear them. This takes a lot of the angst out of trading in that you're anticipating something that might happen, that showing potential, and doesn't happen, and it doesn't take the trade. But if it does, it handles the trade because it has the ATM built into the strategy, because whatever you selected here is put into place here. And the reason we select spiral is that it has confluence of different factors, and this occurs less, but the probability's better, because this could easily bounce out of here with a lower high, excuse me, a higher low, and create what we call a thrust. And we would take that if it did, or a retrend. Now, this is a counter trend, and I don't suggest people take these when they're new traders or relatively new or not having success. Again, I said we're going to trade till 7:30, 30 minutes. So we got, and that was amazing. We got that, and it moved very quickly. So what I would look for now is, we're in here, is possibly a lower high, which we call ambush. It's an ambush because people are tricked in believing it's going to go in the opposite direction, in this case, long. And we will put a trio down in anticipation that it does happen. You see, we got a rider, but we'd already taken a trade, and it's extended, so it's going to try to rebalance here. And we trade this, and actually a lot of days, if we got other traders, we open the room and let them trade this. And many of them, if they have a job, they can trade 30 minutes and make some income. They're all for it. This could go far, this could go up. And we're in the higher time frame, we're not up, we're down. I mean, it's showing us that we're pushing down. So we anticipated this. Don't know. All right, that was pretty crazy. Now we're on the higher time frame support, and this is actually created with this 600 EMA. And we're going to select rider up. And the reason we select rider versus, say, trio up is that rider allows you to get out of the noise. And we got a lot of resistance here, and we want to get above it, or we want to get momentum, which is created, indicated by the rider. Again, this is a counter trend because the higher time frame it's bouncing off of the 200, which we like, but it hasn't created a pivot in the higher time frame. And and we got a trio up, and it might be successful, especially off of this, but we want some extra confidence of the rider. We actually fired a spiral, but we're caught up in this. We got the 89, the 34, and the 55. It's just, it's in our way. If we get a rider, we got a better chance. Although that would have been already a winning trade with the trio. We love our indicators, and we even love more our strategy, because our strategy takes a lot of the angst, the stress out of trading. and goes to work when you don't have to, you're not focused or you're stressful, don't know whether to take it or not. It just takes it. But you anticipated because you've learned and you've watched these structures, support and resistance, pivots, swing pivots, which is, the prior high, like right here, and it'll give it resistance. Okay, we filled, and we will just see. It's not a bad idea to pull this. Wow. All right. I just want to make a few comments. That's a gross of $350, and I've traded this a million times, so it's I kind of know what's going to go on and anticipate. It doesn't always happen either. So 350, and let's say the worst case is you got 10% commissions, and that's on the high side. That still gives you $315 net. Now, there's 252 possible days trading. In the year, and that's right below $80,000. And I'm not promising or committing. This is just rough numbers that's thrown out. But let's say you have 3 funded prop accounts. That exact same trade would have been taken, right? You're looking at potentially $300,000. Now, this is I'm not saying you can do it. I'm just saying this is 30 minutes trading, and we had some good results. The market was participating today, but we were referencing a higher time frame and taking trades on a lower time frame. And I can show you, I mean, if at 8 o'clock the market started getting really fast, 8:30 news, it was absolutely insane. We're going to trade again this afternoon at 2. If the market's not just blistering fast. If it's blistering fast and not tradable, I don't want to trade it. Even if I can get in, I don't want to, set it up to where traders are having to move so quickly, and you might get tremendous slippage. Now, you don't with our strategy because we got the limit +1. And when you anticipate the potential trades, you get in line early, and it's first in, first filled for limits. That's a real benefit for us. So we're going to stop here. I just wanted to show you just potential. Come join us, look at our YouTubes, look at what we do. We do some live trades, and obviously I have to show the simulated live, but we actually do trade these accounts, these setups, and we call them out, and we try to get people to anticipate, but they have to practice, and we advocate you start very small. Never set an account with 10 contracts when you need to be, your account size is for 1 micro or 2 micros. You start small, and when you double, which can happen quickly, let's say you got $400, or let's call it $600, you're trading a micro. When you relatively quickly, if you're doing the right thing and being consistent, get to twice that, $1,200, you add a micro. And when you get to 10 micros, on the 11th, you go to a full mini. So you go from a micro to a mini, which is 10 times that, which you're at 10 times, right? Because you're trading 10 micros. So on the 11th, when you go to the full NQ. And the reason is the commissions are much less on the full mini than the micro. The micro is punitive on the commissions. So it's more efficient to trade the full NQ only when you get there and you've practiced and playback and simulated live, and you're consistently profitable. I'd say for a month, and a lot of people say, no, if I do it for 3 days. No, we like to tell people, hey, it's not a bad idea to trade simulated and playback 3 hours for every hour of real time. Get perfect. This is a business. Okay, take care. We'll see you later. Look at our YouTubes and hope to see you